What's up, guys? Before we get started on this episode, we do have new subs, we have new viewers, people that maybe aren't familiar with the channel. So I wanted to just kind of recap, what my What If series is and what it's about. My What If series is basically the fact that, I've always been a heavier set guy, and there's been many times where I'm like, all right, I'm going to lock it in this time, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to eat right, and then I fall back into my old ways, which if you're a heavier set person, you know exactly how it is. So, my What If series basically is about, what if I stick to it this time and show myself that, I can do this, I am worth it, and, this is going to be the standard from now on. So, now we're over 50 episodes in of consistent workouts in the past, few 2.5, 3 months. So, don't feel like you're starting late getting into it. If you're just joining the series, we're still going to keep this thing going for a long time, but I want to show you guys, on the left is where, when I got up, I was up to about 360, 355, and then on the right is a photo of me, just last week after a back workout, after a back pump. So I don't have the same exact pose and everything. My front side still needs some work, so I haven't really taken many pictures of that yet. But I've come a long way since being on the left over there. That was about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. So that was at my heaviest, and then I slowly but surely start, stop. But on the right, that photo of me, I'm about 305 right there. Still over 3 bills, which I'm trying to get under, but for being over 300, I feel like I'm starting to look solid. So ignore my farmer's tan on my forearms. But yeah, I just wanted to recap for anyone that, isn't familiar. But let's get into the video. Alright, so here we are. We got a little cutting arm day today. So we're getting into it. My main focus on this cut has been to try and just do 4 main exercises and just do multiple sets till failure. Lighter weight, not lightweight, as much weight as I can do for at least 10 reps is kind of what we're shooting for here. So starting off, we're just doing the 27.5s, and then I think we go to the 30s, but nothing higher than that. Otherwise, if we were trying to strengthen up a lot, I'd maybe push myself and try and get 8 to 10 or 6 to 8 reps, even though it's arms. But we're shying away from that, because we're trying to burn as many calories as we can in a short period of time. Because I'm not trying to build on the strength and I don't have a lot of calories. We're at about 16 to 1800 calories for our cut. So because we're limited on our intake, whereas before we were at 3500 calories, because of that, we're going to go ahead and not spend 3 or 4 hours in the gym. We're just trying to be 2 hours in and out. That's stretch and cardio included. In that span, try and burn about 2,000 calories, which we've been, pretty on par with doing. So, arms, we're switching it up, bicep then tricep, then bicep then tricep. So it felt really good. I wore my favorite little shirt that picks up the shadows, my white dry fit shirt. But so it was a good arm day. We're trying to push ourselves. It's definitely a different style than I'm used to. I used to just, the gym to me, I was a one note pony, just going in trying to lift as heavy as I could, on every exercise and trying to just get strong. So now the premise of this is to kind of, to just retain the muscle. And we're doing that and trying to, get a good pump in. Right here, what I liked was when I got my tricep pump in, I felt like that line that divides my tricep and my shoulder was really defined, which I liked, and I can feel myself, getting a little bit more toned up, which is awesome, because before I used to associate being stronger with being, more muscular and more defined. But we're open-minded, and we're switching things up because what I did in the past, didn't really serve me properly. So it would lead to me getting discouraged and things like that. And now we're not doing it. We're here, belly and all, You know, trying to work this cut to the best of our abilities. So I'm happy with the way that it's going. You know, arms is obviously going to be much different than like a leg workout on a cut. But all in all, felt good. Right here we're doing some incline curls. I wanted to do some, what are they called? Like the hanging curls, the spider curls with a little Z-bar. But I don't think I got to it this workout. But definitely a fun time. I'm not taking, you know, a bunch of time in between sets. I'm trying to limit it to like 1, maybe 2 minutes max if I need it. On a day like arms, I'm just trying to push it right through. Maybe, you know, 30 seconds to a minute. But we're wearing our sweatpants. We're trying to get sweaty. I have been doing, you know, cardio most of these cut days. And, I mean, call me crazy, but I think on this arm day, I don't know if you can see it on the camera or what, but I felt like I was getting a couple little veins coming in the pits of my arms. And when I have a good pump, I mean, I get this little vein coming over my forearm too. So that's when I'm pumped up though. So it's when I'm not pumped that I'm trying to have that, but it'll come in time as we lose this body fat percentage. The goal by the end of the month is to be down another 6.5 body fat percentage. So overall, we've dropped down from, we were at, when we first started like going to the gym and everything, we were at 45.7. At our most recent in-body, we were down to 36.4. So almost like 10% body fat decrease right there. And we're trying to keep it rolling. So if we can get to the 6.5, I know it's kind of a big jump in 1 month. But my plan is, I've been switching my plans around a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and cut through the fall. And then I'll spend all winter bulking back up. And then I'll cut during the spring. And that should be me in final form. You know, ready to go to the beach and have a good time. Not that I wouldn't have a good time at the beach right now, but you know what I mean. So, by the end of the cut, I'm trying to be around, right now I'm still like 308. So, we're in June, July, August, September. We'll say like 3 more months of cutting. And by then, I think I should be down to, I'm hoping sub 250. And right now, I don't think I look half bad, you know, at over 300 pounds. You know, my back's really shaping up, as I showed at the beginning of the video. And my legs are coming around. So my midsection and my chest can use some work still, but, you know, we're going to put the work in on that. And I think over the next 3 months, I should be able to, you know, have a nice little form on me. And I don't know, we're definitely headed in the right direction, though. So I'm not going to have any expectations. I'm going to just put the work in and let the results speak for themselves. You know, at this point, my mentality is I'm not working for the end result. I'm working for productive days. So I know that productive days will produce the final result, but if I'm very fixated on the final result and the numbers and where we're at, then I'm just going to get too caught up in all that. So all I can control is, you know, going to the gym every day, trying to burn calories, focusing on my diet. I'm still going to work. I'm still, you know, I'm juggling a lot right now. But posting these videos keeps me accountable to going to the gym. Going to the gym keeps me accountable for posting these videos. You know, those kind of build off of each other in a very positive way. So that's something I'm trying to keep going. And I've tried to switch a couple things up. For instance, you know, this face video as I'm watching the video. Instead of just voicing it over, I think that, you know, that's a nice touch. And I get to be a little bit more interactive with you guys. So skull crushers, I haven't done those in a minute, but they were feeling pretty nice. Honestly, I feel like I neglect my triceps a lot. So we did the rope pull downs and then, you know, switched it up a little bit. We did tricep push downs, or we haven't done those yet, but we did some skull crushers. We did a little dip machine, which I haven't I think ever touched. But that's our finisher for triceps, and my triceps are feeling pretty juicy. I know when I was doing like the preacher curl machine, my triceps were so like pumped up that it made it kind of weird to do that, to do the bicep machine, the preacher curl machine. I don't know if that ever happened to you guys, but my triceps were like so full that resting the weight on the triceps, like I don't know, when they were all pumped up was a trip. But arm days, I never used to really hit arms too much. I would just throw in some triceps on chest day or some biceps on back day. But I think arms are, a big part of the physique that I'm trying to build, and they deserve their own day. Plus, it's a rest day for everything else. And right now, we're definitely doing more of a bro split that I'm cutting down. I might switch that up and do a little push-pull. But I think with what I'm trying to work towards as far as, 2 hours in and out of the gym, warm up and cardio, and also, trying to burn those calories and trying to get a full pump in the muscle. I mean, the reason why I'm doing it, a lot quicker than I was before is because I don't want to burn through the muscle. And some people might argue that, a push-pull legs day would be a little bit more beneficial if you're not trying to burn through the muscle. But I like the way that I've been doing it. I'm liking the pump that I'm getting and everything like that, so I'm going to stick with it for now. We'll stick with it for this month, and then by the end of the month, we'll see where our results are and if we have to make any adjustments from there. But for now, I like what's going on. I like how I'm feeling, so we're going to keep riding that train, riding that momentum. But here are the press downs. So there's tricep push downs, which, I consider push downs like where your arms kind of pivoting on like a circular motion. These are straight press downs. So you're getting above the weight and you're pushing it down. And they definitely differ in my opinion. I think they hit the triceps differently. And on these ones I try and go a little bit heavier. We're going towards failure. So those ones I got a really good pump from on this workout. But right here my triceps were so pumped. I was trying to just control the weight, and it was getting all awkward on me. But put the work in nonetheless. These ones really humble me because I feel like on these preacher curls, my biceps look like non-existent. But there's a little, see in my little elbow pit right here on my left side. We're getting some clear level definition in there. The forearm's popping out a little bit. But I'm proud of it, man. Of course, there's more work to do, but you got to take it in stride. And you got to appreciate kind of where you're at the moment. And I know that there's going to be a day when I'm at, my form, my final form, and where I'm trying to be at. And, I'm still maintaining that. And I'm going to miss the days where I was put in, twice as much work just to try and get down to that. So enjoy these days, man. Even though they're hard to get through, it takes a lot of energy out of you, a lot of focus. There's days where I just gotta wake up and throw on some David Goggins and listen to him real quick, or some sort of like Les Brown or something, just to keep that momentum going. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. I've had people tell me before, like, oh, I don't have to listen to any motivational people. Like, if you're not motivated, you just don't want it hard enough. Phooey, dude. Because when you're doing this for months at a time, there's going to be days where it's going to be rough, man. Like, those days are going to come, and you should expect those days, and you should lean on those days. And there's never been a day where I wake up and don't want to go to the gym, and I'm like, and then I end up going. Like, there's never been a day where that happens and I leave the gym like, man, I wish I didn't go, Every time I leave the gym, I'm happy that I went. And I know that day I got better as a person mentally and physically. And if I didn't want to go, I know that, I'd count that twice as much mentally. Here's my little pump. Not bad. My right arm's a lot better than my left arm, so that's the only one I'm flexing, of course. But we're pulling up to our finisher right here for triceps. And I just got a couple of these, I think, recorded. I was trying to lean back as much as I could to try and emphasize the triceps. But first time using the machine, man. I just knew it was going to be a good burnout one, so that's what we went with. But I definitely appreciate y'all for, watching the videos and, hitting that subscribe button. And if you stuck through this long, I appreciate you. Know that I'm very thankful for this journey and for anyone coming along on this journey with me. So hopefully, you're fighting on your own behalf every single day to make yourself a better person. And that's all I got, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for being here.